Hey you, my name is Emily, the Drone Angel, and welcome to your one-stop shop for everything drone related. Today I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step guide on how to use 7 intelligent flight modes on your Mavic 2 Pro. But before we get started, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button so you're notified when new videos go up. I know what you're wondering. Do you have to be intelligent to use these intelligent flight modes? Well, just don't do anything stupid like maybe drink or try to show off to that cute chick next door before fully understanding these modes. There are so many variables that you have to worry about while flying: weather, altitude, flight restrictions, obstacles in your flight path, and more. With a few simple clicks of a button, instant gratification is made easy with these Mavic 2 Pro flight modes. Thanks to DJI, you can take professional shots that would take normally a lot of practice to master. Heck, even my 93-year-old grandma learned how to do it. Today I'm going to break down 7 intelligent flight modes that you can find on your Mavic 2 Pro. If you're eager to learn about a particular flight mode from this list, feel free to check out the timestamps below this video. Make sure you've updated the DJI Go 4 app as well as the controller before you continue. Also, make sure your drone is on P mode when using intelligent flight modes. With your smartphone connected to the Mavic 2 controller, tap the controller icon on the left side of the screen. This will display available flight modes. A hyperlapse is essentially a time lapse, but with added movement over greater distances. It's a photography technique that requires your drone to move along a specific axis, taking photos at regular intervals that are set on your drone remote. The photos are then combined to create a moving time lapse. All of the processing is done on your drone, so you're just left with the final result. The Mavic 2 Pro comes with 4 hyperlapse modes: free, waypoint, circle, and course lock. In all of these modes, you can set the interval between shots and the total length of the hyperlapse video. After you do this, the drone will calculate how much time it needs to shoot to create this hyperlapse. After selecting the mode and configuring a few settings, you are good to fly. With free hyperlapse, you have control over the tilt of the camera and the altitude of the drone. First, fly up, frame your composition, then tap the intelligent flight mode icon on the left of the screen in your DJI Go 4 app. Tap hyperlapse and then click on free. On the bottom sidebar, you can set the photo interval, meaning the time between each frame, and the total length of the video. The drone will then determine how long it will take to capture the shot. After setting the shooting interval and video length, clicking go for it to start, you are free to fly any which way you please. However, I suggest not making abrupt changes if you want to have smooth footage. Want to lock the set course and speed of your drone? After you take off, hold the joysticks and increase your speed for a few seconds, and then press C1 underneath the controller. By pressing C1, you lock the course and the speed of the drone while it takes photos. Tap the shutter button to start your hyperlapse. Remember, you still control the drone's position and the camera's tilt angle. In Waypoint Hyperlapse, the drone flies along preset waypoints, making a hyperlapse video as it goes. You can change the drone's altitude, which adds to the overall cinematic feel of the video. You can only add a maximum of 5 waypoints. First, fly up and click on waypoints in the hyperlapse mode. Click on the plus sign to add a waypoint. Fly to each designated point and feel free to tilt the gimbal as you please. Tap go to start shooting the hyperlapse. The orientation of the drone can be fixed and the drone flies towards a selected object. Follow these steps to use course lock. Click on course lock, set the interval time and video length. The screen will then show you the number of photos that will be taken and how long the shooting time will be. Set a flight direction by clicking on the screen and then tap the shutter button to begin. Oftentimes, I use this mode when I'm shooting something that is directly in front of me. I just have to make sure that the object is directly in my flight path. It's also handy when you want to create a dramatic scene of an object coming closer. In circle hyperlapse, the drone circles around a subject while it shoots the hyperlapse. Follow these easy steps. After choosing the circle hyperlapse mode, you're going to set the interval, video length, and the direction of the circle, either clockwise or counterclockwise. Above these settings, the program will tell you how long the shoot will take and how many frames will be shot. Then select your target on the screen. You do this by drawing a box on the screen by pressing and dragging until it highlights your subject. Press go and your drone will begin its flight mission. When you want it to stop, it will synthesize your video. Let's talk about Quickshots. With a simple click of a button, you can create very unique clips that would normally take a lot of post-production work to replicate. With the Mavic 2 Pro, you have the option to use 6 different quick shots: rocket, droney, circle, helix, asteroid, and boomerang. These self-piloted features allow you to focus on the content being created while your drone flies on a set mission. In rocket mode, the drone ascends with the camera pointing downward. In droney mode, the drone flies backward and upward with the camera locked on your subject. In circle mode, the drone circles around your subject. In helix mode, the drone flies upward, spiraling around your subject. In asteroid mode, the drone flies backward and upward. It takes several photos and then it flies to its starting point. If you're familiar with a boomerang, then it's pretty self-explanatory what it does. The drone flies backward around the subject, rising as it flies away from its starting point. It then descends as it flies back in. Follow these steps to use Quickshots. Take off and hover at least 6.6 feet above the ground. In DJI Go 4 app, select Quickshots and then follow the prompts. Select your target subject in camera view, tap the circle on the subject or drag a box around the subject, and then choose the shooting mode. Tap Go to begin recording. The drone will fly back to its original position once the shooting is finished. The Mavic 2 Pro Active Track 2.0 can recognize objects and people more precisely than its previous version found on the Phantom 4 Pro. The drone's new smart technology can recognize up to 16 objects on your screen. Active Track allows you to select an object on your screen, and then your drone will track that subject as it moves. Follow these easy steps. Take off and hover at least 6.6 feet off the ground. Select Active Track 2.0. Select a subject that has been recognized on screen and tap to confirm your selection. If the box on your screen turns red, that means the subject was not recognized by your drone and you have to reselect it. Click Go to start tracking. Your drone will automatically avoid obstacles in its flight path. If your drone loses sight of the subject that is tracking, maybe it's moving too fast, take a second and reselect the subject to resume tracking. In Active Track, you have the choice of 3 Follow Me modes: Trace, Spotlight, and Peril. In trace mode, the drone tracks the subject at a constant distance. It follows the subject and keeps it in frame. Use the roll stick and tilt stick on the remote controller to change the distance, and use the slider on the remote, fly in a circle around the subject. The framing of the subject is adjusted using the left stick and the gimbal dial. The spotlight mode does not track a subject automatically, but keeps the camera pointing in the direction of the subject during flight. The framing of the subject is adjusted using the left stick and gimbal dial. In this mode, a drone tracks the subject at a constant angle and distance from front to side and circle around the subject. The framing of the subject is adjusted using the left stick and gimbal dial. Many new pilots have a hard time creating soft camera panning while flying. This can be resolved with cinematic mode. In cinematic mode, the rotation speed of the drone is reduced dramatically, which helps you create softer clips. This is one of the easiest intelligent flight modes to use. Simply click cinematic mode and go. TapFly was essentially designed to keep your drone flying in a straight line. By simply tapping anywhere on your phone in the DJI Go 4 app, your drone will go that general direction until you want it to return. There are 3 sub-modes for TapFly: forward, backward, and free. In forward mode, it's pretty self-explanatory. The drone will fly towards the subject that you selected while sensing obstacles around it. In backward mode, the drone will fly in the opposite direction of the target while sensing obstacles. In free mode, the drone will fly towards the subject, but you can use the remote to maneuver the orientation of the drone. Follow these easy steps. Select TapFly and click on one of the sub-modes. Tap on the target on your screen and wait for Go to appear, and then click on Go to confirm the selection. Your drone will then fly towards the subject or away from the subject depending on what sub-mode you picked. Finally, there's points of interest. In this mode, your drone is set on a flight path around your subject. The drone will rotate while keeping your subject centered in the frame. Follow these steps. Select point of interest on your screen. Select a static subject on your screen by dragging a box around the desired subject. Tap the Go icon on the screen. The aircraft starts to measure the location of the subject and flies around the subject once it measures the location successfully. The circle radius, flight speed, and flight altitude can be adjusted mid-flight. In this intelligent flight mode, you can create or edit missions on the ground, create a set mission of waypoints for your drone to fly to, set the drone's speed, altitude, drone direction, and camera direction for each waypoint. You can save waypoint missions to use later, and your drone will continue on its mission even if the drone remote disconnects. You can also set points of interest to make your camera point at a specific object as the drone flies. Follow these steps to create a mission in your DJI Go 4 app. Move the switch to the P position on the right side of the Mavic 2 Pro remote controller. Tap the Intelligent Flight Mode icon on the left side of your DJI Go 4 app. Tap the Waypoints icon. Scroll to the map to the location where you'd like to fly your mission. Follow these instructions to add waypoints to your map. Tap the waypoint icon in the top menu. Tap the map in each location where you'd like to add a waypoint. The waypoints will appear on the map as blue dots. To move a waypoint, tap and hold your finger on the waypoint for 1 second. You'll be able to drag the waypoint to your desired location. To delete a waypoint, tap the waypoint and then tap the delete icon. To add a waypoint in the middle of the 2 existing waypoints, tap the second waypoint and then tap the plus icon. As mentioned before, points of interest can be added to the map to have your camera face towards a specific location as you fly on your mission. This has been useful for me for when I'm flying on location for a job and I want the camera to be facing on a building or a house as it flies its mission. Follow these instructions to add points of interest to the map. Tap the point of interest icon in the top menu. Tap the map in each location where you'd like to add a point of interest. The point of interest will appear on the map as pink dots. To move a point of interest, tap and hold your finger on the point of interest for 1 second. You'll then be able to drag the point of interest to the desired location. To delete a point of interest, tap the point of interest and then tap the delete icon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, the biggest compliment to me is if you could share it with someone else that would also enjoy it. Of course, subscribe to stay up to date on new videos and feel free to comment below if you have any drone related questions or stories to tell. If you're interested, I also do online educational consulting and hands-on workshops where I teach you how to fly over whales and dolphins. More information is on my website and in the links below. See you in the next video.